What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with some more Lords of the Fallen, and today I am giving you my late game bleed build. Things disgusting. We'll go over the armor, the weapons, the ring and the pen that you need to make this set happen. If you like juicy damage, if you like bleed damage, you like melting bosses, this is the build for you. My fam, without further ado, let's dive in. Everyone, thanks for watching. You want to do me a favor and support me, give the video a thumbs up as it supports us as well. Also, if you want to become a member to the channel, it's $2.99 a month. You can support us, make sure we keep some crispy content coming. But this is the build. The build right now, we're using two beautiful weapons. This is a poison and bleed build, and we have some accessories that kind of make it work hand in hand together. So there's a couple of ways you can go about this. I chose the lighter route by being lighter armor because you're more agile, you can get in and out of situations, and also you're very, very strong. The lighter you are, the more damage you do. But if you like having more of a tanky character and have like medium build armor, you can do that as well. It just depends on what accessory you're gonna put on, what pen you put on, and how much damage overall you be doing. So bleed is a little bit different in this game. The way it works, as you're hitting the enemy, you build a bleed meter on them. And boom, you see that bleed effect? Now every hit I do afterwards does that bleed damage, which gives me even more damage after effect is casted. So that's how bleed works in this game, different from other games. So when you proc the effect on an enemy, you do even more damage. So move, building up. We got greedy there. Boom, bleed's activated. And that's how it goes. It takes about 4 hits to activate. The weapon I have on my right hand is a dual weapon, is a poison and bleed weapon. The one on my left, the one on my right hand is a pure bleed weapon. This one's cool because it builds up poison on enemy in addition to bleed as well. So how does this all work? So the weapon I'm using is a hollow praise. And right now at level 9 has an 8 in agility. It has 80 in bleed, and it's in my right hand weapon. This was a pure agility based weapon. On my right hand weapon I have this weapon, which is cool because though it splits between strength and agility, it has a B and agility, D plus in strength. Where it wins is it's a fast weapon, but it has 60 bleed and 60 poison as well. So you build poison and bleed on it by hitting the enemies consistently with this weapon. And if you tell you right there, the actual runes I have on it increases physical damage while dual wielding and increases physical damage in general. Because this one has a slot that allows me to put those 2 runes on it, which I'll show you in a second. This one, I only have 1 rune that works, and it's the one that increases physical damage while dual wielding. I haven't picked up another rune yet that will make this one more beneficial. So that's what I'm gonna look out for right now. When it comes to my armor, this ruiner helmet, I don't remember where I got it from, but I think I got it from fighting an NPC. So if someone knows, comment below. I'm sure there might be a wiki for it by now. Armor, just put whatever you want. I went the light route because I chose to go with the Princess Sting. I like Princess Sting throughout my playthrough because I like to be quick, and I play Dex style characters. So the lighter I am, the more damage I'm doing. Another pendant I might put on, or you might put on, is this one, the Pendant of Burden. And what this one does, it deals additional damage for every status effect inflicted upon the enemy. Status effect inflicted. So sometimes my poison doesn't build up, but so if I chose to go straight raw poison build and I put a rune that increases my poison build up on this weapon, then sure, that one might be more beneficial for me over the long run. But since I chose not to, went for just raw power, I chose to go with this one instead because I'm not really putting that much poison on them. It's not going to be poison throughout the full duration of the fight. When it comes to my rings, I went with the nimble ring because this one increases my agility points specifically. Now I'm at 50, which is a soft cap, and I went with the blood bang ring, and this one is very, very important for this build because inflicting poison buildup, the buildup simultaneously inflicts bleed buildup. So essentially it's increasing my bleed. I'm gonna put it on the enemy, and it's allowing me to put my bleed and poison on them, and it works in combo with these 2 weapons. So that's why I felt like this was the best route to go for, like a raw status build, because it's better for me to get overall damage increase versus putting this other pendant on, which gives me a little bit buff of strength, versus I felt this one, the Princess Thing, gave me this overall more power. So let's do a comparison. This guy's here, and we'll see how many strikes it takes for us to take him down with the current loadout versus putting on the other pendant. Okay, so regular hits, not him blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. 8 hits. So now let's revive them and do it with the other pendant. Just to make this more as accurate as possible, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the poison rune on. And see, it's the other one, is this one. Increased poison build up. So right now I have my poison buildup is 60. My poison buildup stayed the same. It's still at 60. Let's see, did it change on this screen? No, it doesn't show. But now let's go fight the enemy monster and see what happens. Okay, so what was 8 hits? Let's see if it makes a difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it wasn't beneficial for us to go that route and put that on. What I'm doing now is I'm taking off the poison and putting the older socket I had on there prior and doing a final test just to make sure. Okay, so the goal is to beat 8 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it was a tie. So we can have this pendant on or the other one, and it's roughly doing the same amount of damage. Let's just do 1 hit here. That's hard to do. Let's give him 1 hit. So 229 on Archer again. It was 229. 263. So like I said, it's way better to have the princess thing on, have the effects from both weapons activating, but just overall the raw power you get from this loadout is way better than the status effects of it potentially proccing and you doing more damage only during a smaller window of time, because the increase of damage without a pendant doesn't activate until you've inflicted them with the status, versus now I'm just getting raw damage overall on every single hit. So I feel this route's better. So now let's talk about my points distribution. Then I talk about my socket. As you can see, I have the socket that when you dodge, you have a little white wither damage that pops up. Let's see if I can get it. And that wither damage right there, highly recommend it for anyone playing a light build, and that's why it's good to be light, so we can do these kind of things. When it comes to your character distribution of points, one thing I focus on, since this is a raw agility build, I went ahead and put 50 for my agility. Endurance, enough for me to equip the armor I needed and keep my health, my endurance as high as possible because I'm not wearing any armor. And vitality, high enough so that I cannot get one shot by some of the enemies. So this is where I would spend your points. Strength, enough to just equip the weapon you want to use. 0 in Radiant, 0 in Inferno because I'm not using any of those. Also too, I didn't even talk about this as well. You want to make sure you don't sleep on your throwing weapons as well. This one does 560 damage because it scales off of strength and agility. There's a bow you can get that but you need arrows for it. That's why I chose this one instead, because it does really good damage from a distance to some of these enemies. So that's just regular, throwing at it. Let me charge it up. Boom. Look at that, 983 damage. So do not sleep on those because they're really good. If you didn't know what it takes 2 of your ammo points, and that's the gray little boxes under my health, under my stamina pool. Sometimes if you don't want to worry about these fools, you can just do one of these, and look how much damage we're doing from the start. Just amazing. And the way you refill that, in case you didn't know, whenever you rest, you refill it. But also too, I'm sure you've noticed you might have picked up a million of those like ammo things during your playthrough, and this is what allows you to get your ammo back. So as you can see, I have a ton of them. I hardly use them, but there you go right there. When it comes to eye socket, I've been using this one the whole game. I dodged at the right time, but does water damage to the enemy. For the bottom one, the secondary skill, I haven't really, there aren't that really many good ones. This one, dreaded persistence. So it gives you don't lose 20% of your health when transition to the umbral. And there aren't that many good ones. I put this one on, but I feel like it hardly ever activates. Regain 15% weathered health upon striking an enemy while in umbral. So this is the best one I had. I got this one later in the game, but you can look it up if you want to know where to find it. So this is my build I'm currently rocking. It's strong. There aren't too many bosses available for me to test that out because I took out a lot of them. But we do just discussing damage. Most bosses I run into for the first time, I could take them down my first shot because we just do so much damage and the bleeds are just so lethal in the game. But comment below what your build you're currently using. If you're using the bleed build, what are some different things you did, or if you found any specific items that are amazing for bleed builds. So thanks for watching. I got another video coming up. It's going to be another agility build, but it's going to be my first agility magic build, so stay tuned for that. Till next time, dear gamers, signing out.